in a community just where those big trees are at the back there, a very, very poor community. We still work with the community. Actually, our teachers come from the community. It's a community that has no running water, no electricity, and it's just a perpetual cycle of misery. The people just, there's almost like just a spirit over them that they just want stuff for free. So they're not prepared to work for it, and it's just become just, as I said, a vicious circle. But we were there for 5 years, and we built a very small little creche to try and help the children that were just wandering around the community. As I said, there between 5 and 6 years, that was actually the creche. So where you see the break in the building to the end, that was the creche. So we had that there, plus the little kitchen which you see just next to it, and then a little toilet eventually added on with a biodigester, where we actually could cook off the gas that was made by the toilet.
Oh,
nasty.
Seriously?
When you first turn it on, but you quickly light it and then you're okay, and then you can cook from it. So it was an amazing little invention. Then we,
that's what they call natural gas.
exactly, yeah. But then, so after about 6 years, we were getting heavily persecuted, like probably for the last 3 years of being inside there. And we were just praying, just saying, Lord, like, what is next? The adults don't want to change, and these children are suffering because of it, though. And literally, we would come back after school holidays, and within the little compound, there would be filth, and our wires would be cut, and people would dump their stuff in, and it was just getting uglier and uglier and uglier. So this gentleman who lives on this piece of land said to us, listen guys, I've got a piece of land a little bit up from the community, so why don't you move the creche and everything there? And we just came and had a look. And so probably about a year and 3 months ago, this entire area looked like that area over there. And I had an amazing American volunteer with me from Bloomington, Illinois. He's a personal friend, and he came out for a couple of years, and I had another couple of guys helping us, and we managed to rebuild the creche, so that area, bring it here, rebuild it piece by piece, and then added a few more buildings. Our creche teacher, Letty, who is our absolute angel saint, she's from the community, alcoholic husband who literally used to beat her and abuse her with 2 children. We prayed with the Lord, can you just show us one person who can partner with in the community? And he showed us her, and she's been with us ever since. And she now lives in that bottom building over there. So that was the very first thing we built. And now, because for a year, I think it was close on 2 years, her and her 2 teenage kids were living where the Little Rascals sign is, that section there. I mean, I'll take you in there. They were living in there, 3 of them. And it wasn't right. Outside toilets, it was nasty. But now she's come, and now she's sort of our manager for the 2 sites that we have. So a lot has happened in the last year. We've gone up from 20 children to just under 160.
Wow.
And I will show you the new site, which is our next stop, and then that'll be before you get back on to Hermanus. But that is a whole new daunting project. So we finished this at the end of last year. We were like, everything is going so smoothly. We've got a lovely donated Garden of Eden in there, which we supplement the food with. It's got a whole lot of veggies growing in there. In that thing over there, we had 4 harvests last year.
Nice.
It just grows beautifully. We planted some stuff outside just to test it, and it's phenomenal. The rate of growth inside that tunnel is beautiful. So we keep on trying to turn and learn more about growing. And then we've got a little office and therapy room. My wife is an occupational therapist, so she does kids therapy with the children, and just helps identify if they've got any issues and what to do. And we've got 2 teachers here, Alzane and Jenny, which I'll introduce you to now. And but basically he has given us a 10-year lease free of charge on this land. He pays the electricity, we get borehole water, so literally everything that comes into the mission goes straight back into the mission. And he's given us this whole piece of land over here, so we've done sports and life skills on the field at the back. I'll take you for a little tour, but that is basically what this site is. Our hearts are more to do with families and keeping families together, instead of removing children because their families are in crisis. We like to try and keep them together, but that is not always possible because sometimes the children are in danger. So at the next site we have a 6-bedroom home, which I had a builder in yesterday to have a look at it, and he just stood there going, I'm already didn't know where to start. But we want to turn that into like a kind of a safe house. There's children getting abused every weekend that are coming in, and the safe house in Krabal keeps on failing. It's just a mess. people are leaving, there's no funding. So we've got this area, but we need to fix it up. So, and then there's also a school attached to that, which has got the other 130, 40 odd kids, which I'll show you later. But let me show you around, and then yeah, I can show you. Yeah,